And just some developing matters coming through, just as we indicated at the start of our bulletin. Government is continuing with the public engagement on the subject of the passage of the controversial electronic transactions levy. Just after a similar exercise was held in the Upper West region, the Ministry of Information is actually holding yet another town hall meeting, this time around in the Volta Regional Capital. Moments ago, the Volta Regional Minister, Dr. Archibald Lecha, who officially opened the dialogue, actually explained that the legislation will help reduce government dependency on aid. And what you have now are some live pictures that we have for you. We will be taking you there shortly, but let's take a listen to the regional minister and then we'll take you live there.
Bypass and campus roads, rehabilitation of Hodenu Road, and construction of the Sokode Akrofu Bame Road, among others, have been taken care of in the budget. Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that we need a lot of things. We as a region need a lot of development, and especially infrastructure. There are complaints about the roads and other infrastructure needs. People have complained about our national regional library that is still uncompleted. People are worried about the youth resource center that is still not being completed. All of these require money. And I want to explain that instead of borrowing money to do all these projects, why don't we discuss among ourselves a way of a little bit of burden sharing for us to share the burden to be able to complete these projects without necessarily adding to our debt burden. Honorable ministers, dignitaries, distinct guests, ladies and gentlemen, as participants, you are key stakeholders in our national economy and you represent various segments of our people. I therefore entreat you to participate effectively and efficiently in this meeting, not hesitating to ask questions and make comments as well as suggestions, with the overall aim of supporting government generate the required revenue for our development.
Archibald Lecha entreating residents of the Volta region to go out, ask questions and find clarity to what's happening now. We can now take you to the Volta region and bring you some live pictures now. A lot of people asking questions about this controversial subject of the E-Levy. I'm sure you have some. Let's hear it.
The toll boat is missing. In that sense, the state surface.
It's not missing. It's not coming to the national
It's not coming. Yes, it's not coming.
Because before you realize, somebody will go and write a story that the money is missing.
It's no more coming.
Yeah.
And so, in the past days or within these days, we heard that even if we don't pay the E-Levy, no salary for government workers.
Government has not said that.
How true is that first? And so, what is it that the E-Levy is not passed, but we stop the payments of the toll booth? Thank you.
Very well. So the question is, why is it that the E-Levy has not been passed, but we have stopped collecting toll booths? Toll booth levy, or the road levy at the toll booth. Yes, sir. Two more. Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is Obey Evans. Honorable Finance Minister.
Evans.
Yes, please.
Evans, let's hear you.
Yes. For the sake of our locals, I would like to speak away.
Please, go ahead.
Good. Honorable Finance Minister, I must obey so miapa E-Levy. Ple nuzozo yoji ye miapa kutrikuku black babajeje be miase goma ba to me view so sweet on hiambe mia dashire E-Levy aji afi miao abe miapa to plala yao kele ngona mia tank plotoa lengo alo le deti no mama mama bia ba afi mia hozia mienya ba bedasia ro mi tonami mi hozia la marosi ye mi sema ba egayi kadukwa alo mia fa taxpayer money o ko dashinami yenye wo finance minister ba na ko plotoa bada mia fa duklola no a do do le mi gbamba account alo accountability lenya yo kata gbogboma nyemasa nenye ba de adowo wonwi alofu papa de gadama ye agafo lemia pa confessame yiko hiambe miaji gabubu yata wo leve viembe nenyabe E-Levy ya woma pasiwa miaga tanwa asana na kama badu koma vio gakpada ngude taflate noma pasi ode leke wano nami abadu me vio ne ka do fiafiamba du me vio pa vafasa sei blomo le ba o enyama de da kokona yo ha yo majiba E-Levy ya no pasi ka bon mia da susubu bode ka kpada du koma tonu de ye ado fiaba amama kokom tututu na du kolola alo mia ngogbodo o hiaba mia to ya konya dati to a majiba masa alo mia sai yama.
Thank you very much. I heard EGA and I heard accountability. Pius, can you help us?
Yeah, first, commended the minister for the exercise and suggested that we took over from another administration and some comments and promises were made. He wants to find out the monies that were in the coffers, and I'm quoting him literally, the monies that were in the coffers. Is it the case that they have run out and we need now to raise more money for the coffers, and that's why we have to raise the E-Levy? And then secondly, what will be the implications for them if the E-Levy is not passed, them as citizens, if the E-Levy is not passed? And then how is it that government doesn't want to listen to their cry that, well, we understand the situation, but we just don't want to pay. Go and look for another way to raise the money. As for the E-Levy, we understand the need for it, but we just do not want to pay. Can we not look at any other option?
Thank you. Thank you very much for simplifying. I'll take a final one, and then I'll come for responses. Yes, sir. Please introduce yourself to us.
Yeah, my name is Karubin Kofi Ziga.
Ziga, let's hear your question.
Yeah, my question goes to the finance minister. In his submissions, he says something about where lies about burden sharing, the sacrifice and commitment as citizens to help government solve problems. I want to ask that in his budget, he made us understood that the Office of Government Machinery alone is estimated to spend about even the half of the E-Levy that he wanted to take from us. If he is asking us as citizens to share the burden and sacrifice to help government, I want to ask, what if he also goes down and cuts down the budget of the government machinery?
That is the free SHS budget, the NAPCO budget. Which of them are you asking him to cut?
I am asking him to cut that of the executive.
Which
the
one?
Presidency.
Because
I'm asking him to cut.
Take your time. Because the Office of Government Machinery, that's why I'm mentioning the items to you.
Yes, please.
Free SHS, NAPCO, Ghana AIDS Commission,
Please.
One district, one factory.
No,
that's the Office of Government Machinery.
Yes, and I'm taking one.
So just
out.
help us.
The one that I'm talking of is that of the executive, the presidency.
Okay. Which one is that one, by the way? How much is that one?
3.5 billion.
No, that's not true.
In 2022.
No, it's not true. That's the Office of Government Machinery.
Yes, please.
Made up of free. Please, let's take our time.
Yes.
This is a town hall meeting. If we don't go through some of these things, somebody gets confused at home. So let's take our time. The Office of Government Machinery is 3.1 billion. It's made up of free SHS, NAPCO, 1D, 1F, Ghana AIDS Commission, and all of those ones. You say you are picking the one about the presidency. Mention that figure and tell me, this is the one I want us to cut. This is the figure I want us to cut.
Please, I have the rundowns here. What I want the finance minister to do,
Can I get a check?
in all,
Check.
I'll pick only one out of the government machinery. That of the presidency and that of the executive. I am not privy to the exact amount that he is spending there.
I hear you.
I'll be fat. Now, my second question goes to my countrymen.
Go ahead. Noah, Noah, please join me here.
Merekuku mechibe mabia Dumega Johnny Foyao. Pius ya wa mikple han viminyota mayebe Pius. Mechibe mabia bede. Egbe mile miagbo abe pefio be misenu gome ne minaga kokpe de jidu duom le miama joga o me gake mejibe ma bia be pe iva yi e me ka o khle jidu do fedodo the Ghana to Konwa amugan to me mesenya de ke chomiagbo namio de ofle nanu le khetosi o me khefe na kheto maha akpe.
So, Honorable Pius, you want to quickly interpret that for us, and then we'll start the responses from there. So, Ziga, thank you for your question. George, from there we'll move to another side of the auditorium and go around so that more people can ask their question. A quick translation, and then we'll get reactions.
Okay, the questioner makes the claim that when the budget, the Jinkwan budget was presented, nothing was said about the Volta region, and he has expressed surprise that Peter and my good self kept quiet. But today we have come to ask them for money. And he wants us to respond to why, when nothing was said about the Volta, we didn't say anything. But that's his question.
But that is exactly not even true.
No, it cannot be.
That's not true. And I think as we go through the answers, maybe when Minister is done, I will come. JP, okay, please respond to that one. I'll add something to it, then we'll go to the others.
This is just to address that. Novinye and Ziga, Nenes do to budget, nu ya ogloa, na kwa voter regina, element, a future. Mana example the Gauko. Ho where the there, nu the card account ne. Yes, man, nothing me by example, I have voter region. Me have Eastern Corridor Moya, ejele budget ame. Eastern Corridor wa to ho way. Keteke Moya ba ide jogoma, ejele budget ame. Ho where there is a new university, ejele budget ame. Housing project, ejele budget ame. Ezekoma, UHAS, ejele budget ame. TVET education, technical and vocational education, ejele budget ame. Housing project, youth resources, ejele budget eme. Novinyo, ne mi be a whole Aplau road, ejele budget eme. Ta mada kukube voter regina, anu ya omie pole, efe ya pe budget ma. Ta frache, miya novi ya ono nyiba ya NDC ya. Mekonu ma automotore ke le budget emo. Ne mi nya ni kore dina, miya doko yo miya kwe jesi nerema. That voter region featured deeply in this budget.
Minister, I need you to also translate this for me. In addition to what you said, there are 261 districts in Ghana. 18 of those districts, if I'm correct, are from the Volta region. Every one of those 18 districts was budgeted for and is in the budget. Every one of those 18 districts. So if somebody, for political purposes, comes to tell you that Volta region was not included in the budget, it cannot be true. It is not true.
Minister Boblombe, Momofia de Kadeka, Alofa Aden, Alofa Verblad de Vodeke, Yele Dukome, Volta, Mia Toleme, Omewieni, Ule Mia Domi, Afisha Fika Momofia la. O ngodoyo ngogbe yi do wo mafuma alebe suku xowo konji xowo o tum de teƒe sia teƒe tanamade the politics ta o va global volta pour comedy le budget amoa amamoto yantepo.
Thank you. Minister, I want to come to you for
live pictures there from the Volta Regional Capital Hall, where the government is holding yet another town hall meeting on the controversial issue of the electronic transactions levy. We'll get back to that shortly, as you see on the screens there, but it's time.